Miss Lin, let's go in.
Don't forget what I told you before you slept.
I remember.
Then wait here for me. I'll be right out.
Uh-huh.
Let's go then.
Let's go. Ruby?
Looks like we have two new faces in our midst.
Oh, let me introduce you. These two are Executor and Shirley from District 9. This is...
Hello, I'm Tianlong. Hey, Lyra, why don't you come and say hi?
Greetings, I'm Lyra.
Tianlong is District 7's High Executor and is dispatched on a mission. Ms. Lyra is the current president of the Magdalene Foundation, as well as Archon Larson's special consultant.
I'm sorry that my work required me elsewhere.
No, everything happened because of me. Sorry for taking up all your time.
Now that we're all here, let's get started.
Archon Larson.
I believe everyone here already knows about what happened a few days ago at the Listener Conference. Despite how the puppet singer was destroyed, and the artificial Christomax was relocated, it has a significant effect on things. Many have started... These concerns are understandable since gray space entity attacks have never happened inside Memoria. If we cannot guarantee our denizens' safety, it stands to reason that we will lose. Captain Saki Fuwa has doubled the patrols in Memoria, and Lyra will be assisting in upgrading the city's current surveillance system. However, these are but contingencies and responses to an emergency incident. Lin, Captain Saki Fuwa should have already relayed the results of the investigation to you. Would you please explain why—
Now that the Security Special Forces reports are out, I concealed it not because I have an agenda or harbor ill will. There are just some things that I feel are not ready for the public eye.
Forgive me for being frank, Miss Lin. This thing has profound influences. If we can't work together and solve this
Archon Larson, please let me handle the follow-up to this incident. I promise I'll present a satisfactory answer to everyone. I'll just need some extra time.
Lin, I've trusted you, and I'm willing to believe that there—
Archon Larson is responsible for the safety of the entire city. Please
It spoke Ruby's name. That's the kid who hangs around you. The Security Special Forces have completed their investigation into Ruby's identity and past.
Archon Larson, I vouch for Ruby that she's always been a good kid. I'll educate her well and—
I don't need you to take responsibility. I only want to know what the relationship between that kid and the artificial Christomax parasitized monster is.
Security alert. All non-combatants, please proceed to the nearest safe zone.
Ruby. Archon Larson, please give the order to lock down all exits immediately.
You have your orders, Captain Saki Fuwa. Don't worry about me.
Captain, that artificial Christomax suddenly went out of control. We're sending machine guards to suppress it.
That artificial Christomax again. What's going on with it? Look, the storage vessel for the artificial Christomax is completely shattered. What happened here?
The machine guards couldn't stop it. We have to find Ruby.
The wreckage went through the room ahead.
Captain Saki Fua,
Archon Larson.
take Ruby to the infirmary and keep her safe.
Yes, sir!
Lynn, I need an explanation from you. The artificial Crystamax has caused many security incidents. I hope now you can see how this thing doesn't just affect you and Ruby, but all of...
Archon Larson, I will give you all the
You can give me your demands.
I need you to give me your word that you'll assure Ruby is not really a human. She's the result of an experiment trying to fuse humans and
What?
An artificial gray space entity. Just like what Dr. Clive did.
To a certain extent, yes. Ruby and the artificial gray space entity in the listener testing ground are the same. Do you remember who Rubilia is, Archon Larson?
Dr. Rubilia, the first supervisor of Project Listener. That kid is a true genius. If it...
An accident?
2 years ago, in a routine collection mission on the surface, Rubilia went missing in a gray space entity attack.
Wait. What happened to Dr. Rubilia took place 2 years ago. And that's also when Ruby appeared in Memoria. Ruby? Rubilia?
Rubilia used her own genetic code to fuse with the gray space entity in the experiment. That's how Ruby was born.
Using human DNA with that of the gray space entity is directly forbidden by Archon Harunobu. What Dr. Rubilia did was... madness!
Since her father died, Rubilia's been running those forbidden experiments in her secret lab. I put a stop to her experiments and sealed off the lab. Out of many concerns, I didn't make it public. Instead, I exiled Rubilia out of Memoria.
You mean she didn't go missing because of the gray space
Yes. I only wanted this thing to go away at the time. Rubilia's experiments were too extreme. I didn't know what would happen.
If Rubilia really did create a superior abyssant with human intelligence and in human form, but outside of... Lynn, how many like Ruby are out there?
Archon Larson, Ruby is the only test subject left alive. She possesses a human mind. I can assure you that she'll not lose
Even if you can prove that Ruby doesn't pose a threat, there's been no change in her situation after she absorbed that artificial Crystamax. We cannot be certain if she'll be affected. Lynn, Executor, and Shirley, please stay here. I'll decide the next course of action.
Larson, I only wish for Ruby to be treated.
I have my own thoughts on this, but I can assure you that Ruby will...
Yes!
Ruby is still in a coma. We did a full examination on her, but due to her unique physical conditions, Dr. Clive is assessing Ruby's situation. But he informed us that it might be difficult to do so with our... Lynn, there must be some research
Yes. Even though I sealed off the lab, I did not destroy the research data.
We're facing a problem, and the redacted data may hold the... Only you know the location of the lab, Lynn.
Yes, sir.
I'll send someone to go with you. The safe...
Archon Larson has told me all about it. Miss Lin, it seems like you've kept quite a number of things from us.
Tianlong, Miss Lyra.
Lynn, long time no see.
Miss Lyra will remain in Memoria to assist us with this investigation. Tianlong will go with you to the restricted experiment zone. Lynn, do not disappoint us again.
Oh, you got Archon Larson so mad?
If you have time to chit-chat, why don't you contribute to planning our next move?
Huh. Looks like we're the ones tasked with the special op.
Why so serious? We're just...
Huh? Archon Larson recalled me for...
Your mission is not just to assist with the investigation, but...
Ms. Lin, that's not a nice thing to...
Miss Lin, what do we...
There are no security systems installed in the lab, but it holds a great number of gray space entity samples. The samples should either be in stasis or... I have relayed the lab coordinates to you. Make sure...